Hello guys, so today I will be doing my March setup for my bullet journal, and I'm trying a few different things this month just because, I'm always playing with what I like, what works, and different setups and stuff until I find something that, is kind of good for my life. I like simplicity, so we're going for that this month because if there's just too much, I tend to not actually use it. So I want it to be as simple as possible. So I'm taking a candle lid and I'm just going to trace around this circle just so I have a nice base to work off for my design for my kind of March title page. I did it in pencil first because I want to make sure that I don't make any kind of mistakes because I tend to make a lot of mistakes. But I'm taking this fine liner and I am just tracing around the circle sloppily just to create a kind of like wreath effect. I see a lot of people do this on Pinterest and other videos, and I kind of liked it, thought it was simple, so I'm doing that. And of course, I'm going to be using a lot of greens this month just because March feels like a spring month to me, and even though it's still like snowing and cold half the time in Ohio, I hope and pray for spring to break soon. Yeah. So now I'm just taking these same pens that I was using. These are the Papermate Flares in medium tip. I don't know, I just picked them up at Walmart. They seem to work good for this kind of activity, and they're pretty inexpensive as well. So I'm just adding little like leafy things on the wreath just to give it a little bit more color. And that was pretty much my title page. Now I'm moving on to my monthly spread, and I made little pencil lines just so I could figure out my spacing and everything and not mess up. And I'm just freehanding the lines down. I'm doing this a little bit differently. I thought this would be maybe quicker, so I'm just doing this, and it looks a little bit sloppy, but it's fine. It's a bullet journal. It's supposed to look like, handmade. So but the dots in these journals do actually make it really simple to kind of create lines. If you just go slow, you'll be able to connect all the dots and it's fine. Then I'm just going in and I'm erasing all those pencil lines just so they don't show up anywhere and make it look sloppy, I guess. I'm going back in with one of my brush tip markers. These are dual tip. They're called the Immersive Color. I bought a 24 pack on Amazon. They aren't the best markers for this. They do fray and they're kind of cheap, but I only paid $10 for them, so what do you expect? I do kind of want to upgrade to some better markers because as you see, that W is very messed up here. But I should upgrade to some better markers in the future. But for now, these get the job done. And my spacing was kind of bad for writing these, so they look sloppy, but I ended up fixing them. So I just took the fine liner end of these brush tip markers because the fine liners actually work a lot better than the brush tips do. But I'm just going over the words with the black to spell out the days of the week so they're actually readable. It's fine if you mess up in a bullet journal. There's always ways to fix it, so don't get discouraged. Now I'm just taking another one of my Papermate pens, and I'm filling in the days of the week in green. I always like to add a little bit of color to my monthly spreads, but I still like to keep it simple so I have room to write. And there are 31 days in March, guys. And then on the top, I'm just going to be writing March 2018 just as a header to kind of fill up that space as well up there. I kind of gave up on trying to do a calligraphy just because the screen marker I'm using is so frayed that like the thin brush strokes just don't even work. So I'm going over it with a fine liner again to kind of give it some more dimension. And then I went ahead and I filled in my calendar. Yay! I'm so excited that daylight savings happens this month. But anyway, I'm working on a new kind of habit tracker because as you can see, I didn't fill in like half of mine last month. So I'm only going to be tracking a few of my habits that I figured were important. Like I took some of the pointless stuff off of there, and I'm making a little box for each one because I have problems when it's like all in that grid trying to like find where I am, and I always end up marking the wrong things. So I figured breaking it up like this with the days of the week in it will be a lot better. So I'm just making a bunch of little mini calendars, and I'm making little grids in them so I have little boxes I can fill in for each day of the month. I've just learned that bullet journals are all about trial and error, and I think it's really great that like you can just kind of each month decide whatever you want to do, what works best for you. You know, some months are different, so they're very versatile compared to like standard planners, which I enjoy. Plus you get to be a little bit creative if you still feel like it. So I went ahead and I filled in a few habits that I wish to track, like reading, writing, not spending money, going to the gym, drinking water. And since it's like the 7th of March, I filled in a few of them for the beginning. And then I just wrote at the bottom habit tracker with my brush pen again, and I'm just gonna add some dimension as well. I like to keep stuff simple. I don't like to spend a ton of time setting up my bullet journal for the month because I just want to get right in and start planning things. So I don't like do all the fancy drawings and stuff that some people do. I mean, it looks super cute and I wish I could do it like that well, but I just don't have the patience to sit there and do that for like every single page. But next to my habit tracker, I decided I wanted to do like a YouTube planning kind of thing. I kind of had this integrated into my weekly spread last month, but I didn't really end up using it because there wasn't enough space. So I kind of just want to keep track of everything that I have to film and to edit and stuff. So because I have so many files on my computer, like right now I have 10 videos just waiting to be edited. So I want to keep track of them because I know I'm going to probably lose the files. And I should be better at organizing files on my computer, but I'm not because that's just kind of the kind of person I am, which is really bad. Don't be me, guys. But sorry, I'm like losing my voice because I'm getting over being sick, so don't mind if I sound funny. Sorry. Yeah, so I'm just making a list of the videos that I know I have to edit. I have videos from like this channel as well as my book channel that have to be edited. And this list just keeps getting longer and longer because I hate editing. But yeah, ever since I have this new computer, editing it takes so much longer, even though Adobe Premiere is so much better than iMovie was. I just like the quickness of iMovie. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm moving on to my weekly spread, and I'm trying something different. I'm making the week on an entire page rather than spreading it out between 2 pages. And this way I'll end up using less pages to make my weeklies, but I don't know, I just find that I never have a lot of stuff to fill in because I'm a loser and don't make plans. But yeah, so I'm just making like little things. If I have something I need to write down for that week, I'll write it down, but I figure I don't use it, so why should I waste the space, you know? I usually just look at my calendar, like my monthly spread, for things I need to do, but if there's something that's a little bit longer that I need to write out, I will put it in here, I suppose. We'll see how this works. I'm very bad at planning, but I'm trying to get more organized with my life, even though my life's a mess, but you know. And then I'm just drawing these little scribbly circles around the numbers to kind of keep the little theme I got going on. But that is my bullet journal setup for March, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm having a lot of fun doing these, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Oh, and I made a new end slate, so enjoy that. It's fun, and I spent way too long on it, but yay! Bye, guys!